What's up, strongest men, women, and children from blocks all around the world? I am my block's strongest man, and tonight we're going to continue our discussion of the Mammoth Strength Challenge 5 Pro-Am happening this Saturday, the 23rd of January, and we're going to talk about the Women's Open Lightweight Division tonight, specifically Erin Stoney. Ciao, homie! Welcome back to My Block's Strongest Man, where we bring strongman into the mainstream by discussing all of the latest strongman events in the greatest analytic detail that you'll find anywhere on YouTube. We also show you how to replicate some of those events at a smaller scale with objects all around you in your own home. If you haven't done so yet, subscribe to this channel so you get notified of all of the latest videos that I release 4 times a week for your viewing pleasure. Make sure to comment below whether you agree or disagree with my videos. I love the engagement and I respond to every single comment. Now on to today's topic. So here's Erin Stoney's Instagram profile, and I was going through, she's got a lot of characters. She's doing a lot of dance stuff, and she's just like the tongue sticking out, like really loving what she's doing in terms of strong woman training. And, you know, if we go over first to see what the weights are for the lightweights, because we haven't discussed lightweights yet, let's have a look at what those are. So for the log, it's a 90-pound 1 rep. Axle's 100-pound. Mauser is 100-pound. Viking press is an AMRAP for the remainder of the time limit at 125. Deadlift is 275. The axle deadlift is 350. And then the car pole deadlift, we don't know what the weight is. Farmers and frame. The farmers is 175 pounds per hand. Frame is 350. Stone medley is 140-pound natural stone, 130-pound Atlas stone, 160-pound Mauser, and 175-pound Roosevelt stone. Moving on to the tire flip. For the lightweight open ladies, it's a 300-pound tire, 400-pound tire, and then 450 to finish off. So those are the weights that they'll be dealing with. And let's go back and see some of Erin's training. So if we scroll through, here she's doing some planks, and then if we move through some more, she has some kind of different personal photos there, and here's some overhead pressing. And I want to get to some of the stuff, like this could be sort of the equivalent of an Atlas stone, but I'm not sure what the weight is, and it's a squat that she's doing rather than running with it like she'll have to do in the stone carry medley at Mammoth, but, you know, she's handling that with ease, so no problem. But as we go through some of these other videos, you'll see what I mean about kind of the character and the enthusiasm, and like however she performs, it's going to be awesome to watch her compete. Here she's doing a log, so here it's 5 sets of 5 reps at 122, which is above what'll be needed at the contest or required at the contest. And so then if we keep scrolling through a bit more on her Instagram, these are kind of her best memories of 2020. So she's got some frame stuff, some deadlift stuff. And then this one, I wasn't sure what the weight was on this deadlift. I was actually trying to figure this out. So this would be kind of the equivalent of the 18-inch deadlift axle that you'll be expected to do at Mammoth. And so, I don't know, are those 245-pound plates and maybe a 25 on the end? So like 91, 15 per side, so 230, 275 maybe? I'm not sure, but you know, we can probably go with that. And there you go. Like, you start to see the enthusiasm and the character, and, you know, you really want to watch her compete. I mean, look at the hair flip. It's, like, so cool. Like, pink hair and the hair flip, and it's like, this frame is not going to stop me. Like, I'm ready to move this thing. And so this is 335-pound frame she's working with. So she's not running with it. It's just a lift, and it does seem a little difficult, but this is 4 weeks out. So given, like, when you see her do Viking presses, you'll know what I mean. Like, given her desire to give everything she has to something, I think she'll get to contest weight by the time we're there and be able to run fine with it. Tongues out, and then we keep going through. So here's the Mauser, and so this is like a celebration on the Mauser. So at first I was thinking, I don't see a weight there, but she sees like totally jacked from training to completely crush this run through for an upcoming event. So I'm assuming it's contest weight, but You'll see her do more Mauser later, like right here. It's a little bit small, but basically they go like rep for rep on the Mauser, and she says it's 110 pounds, but she does, I wrote it down, we'll see on my spreadsheet in a moment, I think she does 7 reps with it, so it's like no problem on that. Going through some more, here's another frame, so now this one is 300, and now we're going back in time here, so the 335 that she did was closer to current time or closer to contest time, but here she's doing reps, so 300 pounds for 5 reps, and she did 5 sets of that. And now here we have some logs. So here she's doing the press medley that will be required at the contest, and it looks here like their contest weight. Watch how easy she throws this stuff up. Like axle, no problem. You know, log, no problem. Here's the Mauser. And, you know, it's an unwieldy thing to try to grab, but once she gets a hold of it, no problem. And now, this is probably the most impressive thing that I've seen in any of her posts. Watch her do the Viking, and it's not because she does a lot of reps, but it's because she gives more of herself to the exercise than almost anybody else would. So there, she fails on her third, but like, most people would walk away from that. So she's going to try again, and fails again, and again, most people would have walked away by now. Third attempt finally gets it up. Like, you would think, I have nothing left, I'm not going to try anymore. And then tries a fourth, and like, it's all twisting and turning, and tries again. Like, and I think she finally, like, maybe is feeling a little tweak and stops. But, like, the ability and desire to just keep pushing through, I think, is going to fare her very well in this particular contest. If we keep scrolling some more, we see some, like, more cardio and dance routines. This is a log working up to 5 reps at 122 and then 3 reps at 132. So she's like a pressing powerhouse. She's well above what's required of her weight class at Mammoth. Some more dance stuff. This is some deficit kettlebell stuff, meaning it's lower than where she's standing. And then here we have farmers. So she's doing farmers carries at 160 per hand, which is a little bit less than contest weight, but she's blowing through it. So I think that'll be no issue at all. And then she does keg carry for max. So that's a 140-pound keg coming back. And you know what? I didn't think of this, but I could use this keg as an equivalent to one of the stone carries that I don't see her doing. She actually says, I wish I had my stone on video, and I've never, you know, I'm not able to do it because I don't see it on video. I can't write down what she did. But she's doing like 2 runs. Is she going to do a third with a 140-pound keg? Yeah, like 3 laps. Man, wow. That's something. So scrolling through some more, we have some more kettlebell work, some more dancing. So she seems like pretty well-rounded in her training. And then I got to here, now we're like back in October. So, this is kind of the point where I would say it's not recent enough to count. But this is, does she give a weight here? 3x5 at 225. So this is squats. All right. Yeah, so I think this is probably a good place to switch over to my analytics, and let's go see what I have for Erin Stoney. So her log was 132 for 3 reps, which equates to more or less 140-pound max. The requirement is 90. She's going to blow through that like you saw her do in her medley. She is doing overhead medleys in practice. Her axle, she did a 100-pound axle, but it was like super easy as you saw. Mauser, the 100 pounds that is required, she did 7 reps with that, so that would equal like a 132-pound Mauser. Not a problem. And she did 3 I gave her the 4th rep on the Viking press. She failed on it, but she won't when in the contest. So she's all good there. I think that makes her the 2nd best log presser of her group, the best axle presser, the best Mauser block presser, and the best Viking presser. So she's going to win this medley. Going on to deadlift. What did we say? 275 is what we think she may be lifting. So I would say that would make her the 2nd best deadlifter if I'm looking at those plates correctly, which I may not be. And so that would make her the 2nd best deadlifter. I didn't see any of the ladies doing an axle deadlift, so I can't really equate there very well. And then she was doing a car pull, which you saw in the little 2020 recap kind of all the little photos next to each other, the collage. She was doing an equivalent of a car deadlift with a giant tire behind her, and it was in competition for 6 reps. So I'm going to give her kind of the best chance of winning that portion of that medley. So you put all those things together, I think Erin Stoney wins the deadlift medley as well. Moving on to farmers. Farmers, she did 160 per hand, which I think makes her the second best at farmers of the ladies I've seen. And same thing with the frame, because we didn't see her walk with it. She's slightly below contest weight. I think she'll get up to contest weight, and we'll have to see how swift she can be with that kind of frame. I'm giving her credit for being the second best at that medley. And then stone medley, she did 118-pound Atlas to shoulder, not running with it, but if you can get it up to your shoulder, you certainly can travel some distance with it, holding it on your abdomen. So I'm going to say, without any evidence with any of the other ladies doing any sorts of stones, Erin Stoney wins the stone medley. And then going to tire flip, I have her second there. So that's kind of my breakdown for Erin Stoney. So how does that kind of play out if you take all these analytics out of the way and just look at the final placings? Well, I think I have her first in the overhead. So that would give her, because there are 4 competitors, 4 points in the overhead. And I'm going to have to switch this around because I had, oh, sorry. No, I had it right. 4 points for Erin Stoney on the overhead. There we go. Okay, and then moving back to the deadlift, we just made an adjustment there. So let's make sure that I took that into proper account. And just to remind you, these green numbers are sort of averages of all the pieces of the medley. Lower is better, meaning that's your placing. So her 1.7 would put her in second place on the deadlift to Christine Ann Matthews. And so that would give her 3 points there on the deadlift. And so that's what this is, the 3 points. Farmers, I gave her 3 points as well. I have her winning the stone medley, and I have her second in the tire flip. So I think that's good enough to get Erin Stoney overall second place in her division by a point, barely missing first place. So that's my analysis of lightweight open competitor Erin Stoney. Let me know in the comments below if you agree or disagree with my analysis. And of course, as always, until next time, ciao, homie. So if you like this video and want to learn more about any of the products I described during this video, make sure to check out the links in the description below. So if you like this video and haven't done so yet, please consider subscribing using that button right there. And also stay tuned for some other videos that you might love blooping up right there. This one is the one that YouTube thinks that you will like the best, and this one is the one that I think you will like the best. As always, share this with everyone, and until next time, ciao, homie.